right now, I do want to talk about how to avoid foreclosure. Okay, we want to give our I was gonna say guests, our listeners, we want to give you the fuel to help you get out of a really bad situation if you can. How to avoid foreclosure. Okay, so the good news is that you may have options to get out of foreclosure or to avoid it. Let's discuss these in a bullet point form. Okay, point 1. File for bankruptcy. Okay, when you file for bankruptcy, it halts the process and it may give you as little as a month extra to, as long as bankruptcy may take years. Okay. Sure. During that time, it brings us to point 2, you can file for a loan modification. So in some cases, when you have a hardship, your lender will allow you to modify your loan so it fits your current income. Now, if you have no income, it's okay. We'll discuss some other options. And it is kind of difficult to get the loan modifications, okay, but it's worth a try. Mm-hmm. Next one, short sale. Now, you don't have to foreclose on a property in most cases. You can short sell, depending on your exact situation. It's going to require a little bit of a more detailed conversation with a real estate professional. But a short sale is basically when you owe $300,000 on a house and it's only worth $200,000 in this market. Now you're paying this huge mortgage on this house, and when you sell it, you won't get the proceeds back to cover what you owe.
Not dollar for dollar.
Not for dollar for dollar. So a lot of people take the short sale route. Okay, so basically, you owe $300, it's worth $200. Right now, the bank forgives you for that $100,000 in almost all cases, and the IRS says that $100,000 until the end of this year is not taxable. Really? Normally, that's considered income, and we're only going to know if the government is going to continue to allow that to happen after January. Okay, that's when
it's through the end of 2016.
Yeah, I believe so. It's through the end of 2016.
And that's a great benefit.
Definitely. Then the next thing, point number 4, file a lawsuit. So. In Rhode Island, I heard in your segment 2, you said that Rhode Island's a non-judicial judicial state. Okay, so I guess, there's only some cases where you may be able to file a lawsuit, but most of the time, if you're listening in other states and whatnot, if your state is a judicial state, it means that the lender has to file a court proceedings, okay?
To foreclose their property, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then you would be served in that proceeding with the summons and complaint, and you're a party to the action. So if you had a legit defense, if payments were made and they weren't applied correctly, I mean there could be a number of different defenses. Maybe you had your account on automatic withdrawal of payments, and the payments were deducted from your account and not properly applied. So there's or issues with escrows, if the bank was responsible for paying your escrow account, your taxes and insurance. So there's definitely a whole host of reasons why you would have a legitimate defense against the bank.
Absolutely, and you always have that right to look into it. Okay, you always have that right to look into it. You should thank you. You should contact Ted, Tapuzis, or a reputable real estate attorney to look at the case itself, okay? Now, next thing, cash sale. Now, guys, when you go online and you type up things like how to avoid a foreclosure, this and that, whatever else, be careful. You're going to get bombarded with a ton of investors' websites. We'll buy your house cash, this and that, whatever. Guys, don't take that route. Speak with a real estate professional first, because what we do, and we don't charge you for this, by the way, we got a long list of cash investors. We take your house, we send a proposal to all of them, snap a couple pictures, this and that, send a proposal to a list of about a dozen local professional real estate investors, guys that have the actual cash that can do this stuff, that aren't going to jerk your chain, and we have them bid on your property. Go figure. Okay, now not in all cases, we can't in all cases get all 12, depending on, who has the financing and whatnot. Sometimes it'll be 2 or 3, but imagine that 12 people bidding on your house, you may be able to walk away with some profit. So if you're having a hard time making those payments and you just need to get out, you can call us. We can help you there. That's another solution, okay? But again, why leave it up to one cash investor? You see a sign on the side of the road, I buy cash's house cash, you know? Yeah, well, check with multiple. We can do that. We can facilitate that for you. We don't charge, and here's why. Why would we do that? Because they're going to put that house back on the market at the inflated price, which is the fair market value after, you know, a host of repairs and whatnot have been done, and then we're going to get a commission from them. So it's a win-win situation for everybody involved there, and you can get out possibly with some cash in your pocket. You can move in. We can, you know, get you a rental. We'll hook you up with a rental agency, you know, in the area, and then you can get going with that. So here's we've got two other options for you: fair market sale. Okay, so basically, put your property on the market if there's enough equity. We'll give you a full breakdown of exactly what we believe we can get you for the market value right now after all of your expenses, taxes, broker's fee, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so we'll break that all down for you. It's worth looking at. And then lastly, we can connect you with a property management company to rent your property out, and what happens is they take care of everything for you. So that could pay for your, you know, your bills monthly. It could pay your taxes, your insurance, and you know, your mortgage. So you can cover your overhead. You can go live with family for now if you need to. If you're going through a tough time, you can live with a friend, or you can, you know, rent, maybe downsize and rent something much smaller.